Ahoy! The GetMadz Beat plush is available now on youtube.com for 1 more week. Get one now before it's too late, and they're gone forever. Link in the description or click the little eye thingy. Finally, 6 years after Breath of the Wild, its sequel, Tears of the Kingdom, is just over the horizon. And the sequel to one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time, people aren't excited for it? Why would people think that? Are they silly? Goofy? Stinky? I hope not. Whether you're excited for Tears of the Kingdom, not sure what all the hype is about, the answer might not be what you expect. Join me and B as we find out together why people are at war about this game. 2017, we get Breath of the Wild. And it's alright. Pretty good. 2018, we got Nintendo Labo. Wait, what? And 2019, we get this. Not the rat. The excitement begins. 2020, nothing. Not really anything of interest. Yeah, quite a boring year, honestly. 2021, the second trailer dropped. Whoa, whoa! What was that? Whoa, bloody hell! Hello? Fortnite! And the game releases in 2022. The game did not release in 2022. Although, with the announcement of a delay, we did get a cool little clip of Link with the Master Sword. Looks a bit rusty. And later that year, in the September Nintendo Direct, we got another trailer revealing the name of the game, Tears of the Kingdom. 5 months later, in the February 2023 Direct, another trailer was shown. Any chance for balloons? But the amount of time this has taken for us to get here has really downplayed the game. It's wheels? After 6 years, it's wheels? Well, as some people might be getting more and more confused with each trailer, for most of us, no matter how big or small the information is, any piece of info can get us more and more excited for this game to finally release. But it's been so long waiting for this game that it's given us time to reflect and think about the game design of Breath of the Wild. And with Breath of the Wild aging and recency bias dissipating, the game is way more open to being critiqued. And with a sequel revealed in 2019, that's almost 4 years of anticipation. Match that with confusion and uncertainty from trailers, and you can already understand why Zelda fan 98 is a little miffed with their expectations of Tears of the Kingdom. And we've been waiting so long for the sequel that even Tears of the Kingdom has been dealing with going in and out of recency bias. And the more the time goes on, the higher the expectations get. But with us putting Breath of the Wild under the microscope, surely we can see the pattern of problems in previous Zelda games be resolved in future games. If Breath of the Wild is anything to go by, the Zelda devs are pretty good at listening to criticism about their past games. So the fact we've had so much time to think about Breath of the Wild and its game design and its problems, you don't think they're doing the same thing? I want to make its sequel the best it can possibly be? So then, why haven't they outright shown us any of those improvements yet? It's been 4 years since the reveal. Do they not have a game to show? Why aren't they showing us the things we want to see? Because the best way to play Breath of the Wild by far is to go in blind. The whole game was about discovery. The less you know, the better the experience was. So marketing-wise, they want to do the same thing. And just think for a sec, how do you market a game when you want to leave it to the player to figure out? You don't want to give too much away. You want to keep it a little bit cryptic and a little bit confusing for players. If you think about it that way, Nintendo's doing a pretty bang-up job on getting people talking about the game and giving them something to chew on, while still keeping the game mysterious. But the features they are showing are bloody wheels! They're showing little to nothing, and what they are showing does not feel like 6 years of dev time. Is this all they've been developing for the last 6 years? Wheels? Yeah, I see your point. But give the trailer another watch. Or 2. Or 3. Watch some speculation videos from Monster Maze or Zeltic. These trailers are jam-packed with information. Even though we know little to nothing just a few months out from launch, there's so much to speculate, talk about, think about, discuss, and that's half the fun waiting for a game. Yeah, I mean, sure, but even still, when you look at the big picture, it's the same Hyrule we've already played. So how in the world, pun intended, and why in the world, pun intended again, would they choose to do that? How is this game jam-packed when it's the same game we already played? Same Link, same game engine, and same world? I was expecting something like Majora's Mask. Weird, strange, experimental, and different. But this game is anything but different. It's the same. Yeah, it is the same. And that's what makes it different. It's the same. That's never been done before in the history of the franchise. There's a serious novelty to that. This game isn't real. Sure, the closest comparison is Majora's Mask, but the only thing these two games have in common with each other is that they're sequels to games that redefined what Zelda is. There's honestly only a handful of games you can compare Tears of the Kingdom to. Pokemon Black and White had a direct sequel sharing the same world that's often argued to be the peak of a franchise, and No More Heroes expanded its world out more and more from No More Heroes 1 to No More Heroes 3. But the other games that have done this are totally different games to a modern Zelda game. Unless there's an example here that I'm purposefully forgetting. Anything at all? Nope, can't think of anything. And now, think about how hard that is to market whilst also respecting the wishes and visions of the developer. They're treating the entire game as a spoiler, and appealing to both old fans of a franchise and new fans introduced with Breath of the Wild sounds like an insanely hard thing to balance, let alone live up to expectations. Even though when dissected, each trailer can be analysed and theorised for hours upon hours, for the surface level watcher, you can't blame them for thinking, okay, if there's anything to theorize about this game, it's that the devs don't want to give anything away. And of course, that might make people feel confused or even frustrated, but then when we finally get to play it, we'll be able to fully understand their vision and discover what this game is all about. A lot of players, me included, thought the best part of Breath of the Wild is the discovery of the world. And honestly, if I listen to any of the feedback about Breath of the Wild, that aspect is by far the best part of the game they could reinforce and double down on. And it looks like they're not just taking critique and expanding from Breath of the Wild, but also previous games like Skyward Sword. Just this time, we started on the ground, and now we're traveling to the sky. And who knows what countless other inspiration ideas they're taking from previous games in the series. Maybe traversing the sky feels similar to Wind Waker traversing the sea, or to give homage to the classic 3D games like Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess, we'll get that with the underground, recreating the corridor-like gameplay of those titles. Anyone unsure about this game, you're fully justified to feel that way, but just like any piece of art, a lot can be said with a little. Marketing the game the traditional way, any ordinary video game trailer, genuinely seems like a very hard task to do, while also respecting the wishes of the developers wanting to keep the game a surprise. But this isn't any ordinary video game. This is the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. If anything, being slightly cautious can make it even more exciting to finally experience. What?
Don't you have to promote the second channel?
Oh yeah, I've started posting regularly on my second channel, GetMadz. Check it out now and subscribe for more videos soon. Yeah, that's the call to action. What is it now?
Patreon!
Huge thank you to all the patrons you see on screen now, including Stealthy Bree, Tyler Lance, Ultimate 145, and Bapati. Thank you so much for your continued support. Look forward to more videos soon.